Hello, everybody. How are you getting on? It's Sean Ferrick here for Trek Culture, and I hope you're all well. I am bringing you a heap and steaming pile of news this week, but I'm also not doing it alone, because this week I'm being joined by one of the more mysterious figures from Trek Culture Towers, because he is one of our amazing editing team. It is the legendary, the effervescent Tom Roberts-Finn. How are you getting on?
Hey, man, I'm good. How are you doing?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that, Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling feelings.
We got some good news there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because we finally have a release date for Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3. I'm very happy, and so is my badgie model.
Yeah, 25th of August, so not long. And we should have realised that, shouldn't we, really?
Yeah, a little bit, because they kind of pointed out, like, Season 1 came out August 2020, Season 2 came out August 2021, and we were all surprised going like, oh my God, it's August 2022. Oh, I don't feel as smart now.
It's come out the same month it always does. Guys.
What? Good Lord, Uncle Mike. Reliable, dependable, consistent Uncle Mike. Love it.
This really is science fiction.
Before we even actually, where it left off, we have obviously Captain Freeman.
Yeah, she got pinched by Starfleet security at the end.
She's been nicked. Because I mean, listen, if you're going to leave Pac-Led Planet lying around, it's going to get blown up. But yeah, that's been fingered on her. So it looks like we're going to get like a rescue mission from the teaser that was released back in, I want to say April, or from your point of view, this morning. Yes, but they don't need to know that.
Oops.
We keep Tom so busy, he never has time for anything.
I'm too busy editing videos of Star Trek to watch videos of Star Trek. But it was mostly a space scene, and then we had the ship right at the end in dock, right?
Yes, and it's been totally stripped of all its hull, because that's the way it was at the end of Season 2. We have the voiceover from the various characters, Mariner, Rutherford, Boimler, and Tendi. And I'm here for it, like, because it ties in nicely with the beautiful poster that was released.
Yeah. Very gorgeous poster. Maybe even more gorgeous than the original, which is based on For Search for Spock.
Yes. Yeah. And actually, it's funny because now I hadn't noticed this, because I'm going to shock everyone. I'm not actually as smart as I seem. I'm actually a bit thick sometimes. I didn't realize each of the seasons has been based on Season 1 poster was based on the motion picture. Season 2 poster based on the Wrath of Khan. Season 3 poster, I mean, it is the Search for Spock poster.
Yeah. And they all vaguely share similar aspects to those films. And this one is the most obvious one, I would say, if they're going to do a search for Spock in their own way. Yeah. Stealing the ship, etc.
Exactly. I can't wait now, because when I see this, I start running through the rest of the posters in my head. And I'm like, Grant, so are we going to have the Cerritos flying underneath the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah. And I mean, if we get to 10 seasons, we can get the Nemesis poster, everyone's favorite.
Well, first of all, yes, but also I really want 10 seasons. That I love Lower Decks. I am loving it so much. Now, unless this season crashes and burns, which I don't think it will, I really, really would love it to get to 10 seasons.
Especially with an animated show, it can be the Simpsons of Star Trek. They can go on and on and on.
That's very true, yeah. And you can do whatever the hell you want with the ship. Sure, it's at end of last season, it gets completely, as I said, completely stripped. I really can't wait for Eaglemoss to release the model of that.
Yeah, sadly, there's some bad news, Sean, that Eaglemoss is actually in administration. I don't know if you heard.
I did. Yeah. I'm not happy.
I'm happy because it means you can spend your hard-earned cash on real things again.
That's fair. Yeah, no, like when I saw the news, I'm not going to lie, I was very sad. I was very sad for you. My wallet was delighted. But the rest of me is like, because I'm legitimately sad, because the quality of the models has been amazing. But think now of the models we're not going to get. They had announced they were going to do the Caretaker's array. which now won't be coming, which is such a shame because it's a beautiful model. And that's just for the legacy. Think of the things from Picard. Like, we've got the Stargazer, which I'm really sad we won't get that. I know there is a model of the Cerritos. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I did want the one with the stripped hull as well. Excelsior 2 from Picard. The Archimedes from Lower Decks as well. Like, there are so many beautiful models that we could have got, and yet. Yeah,
I should say to everyone, I am very sad this has happened. I'm just happy that Sean's sad about it as well.
That's fair. Like, if you saw the amount of times I've sent this man footage and he's had to somehow cobble together a video of what I've made, I mean, you would understand why he's happy that I'm sad. It's totally fair. It is totally fair. No, I'm right there with you. I'm obviously, I'm very sorry for the company's whole. I'm sorry for all the people who are now obviously worried about their jobs. And obviously, like, we're coming at it from, obviously the Star Trek point of view. I mean, they have licenses for Battlestar Galactica. They had just started the Expanse, Stargate. These are some of the first times these models have been produced. So it's sad news. So our thoughts do go out to everyone there. But yeah, selfishly, I just wanted those models.
Yeah.
I want the Protostar.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking about Protostar, did you see what Mulgrew said to SFX magazine?
Yes, our sister company, SFX, in the May edition, I think we're talking about. Is that right?
Yeah. She said that there's going to be a return for Captain Janeway.
Now, that's interesting. Yeah. Because season 1, part 1 of Prodigy, we got Hologram Janeway and we got Admiral Janeway. So is this a third Janeway that's going to be appearing?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, is it a bit like when they were doing Star Trek the Animated Series and James Doohan played everyone and their mother? Are they just going to do this? Just going to keep giving Kate Mulgrew more Janeways to play? Just like, while we have you in the booth, get in there now and do some more lines.
Yeah, maybe there's an episode where it's just different Janeways. And we're just, it's like the movie Moon, but with Janeway.
Oh my God, yes, actually, yes. I love that as well, because now there was another bit of news as well, which I'm not sure if you saw this one. It's seriously cool teasing news. So she was asked what was the likelihood of seeing any of the Prodigy characters arrive in live action, and she said, actually, there's quite a likelihood. So obviously, record skip, everyone stop. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Because Alex Kurtzman a while back, he teased that there was going to be a Star Trek universe crossover. Now, I think I myself at the time probably went, we'll probably have Discovery and Picard. That to me would have been, or potentially Prodigy and Lower Decks. But if there's a possibility Prodigy is going to appear in live action, I wonder, is it going to be in Picard? Because that's like Picard, Lower Decks, and Prodigy are all vaguely in the same 20-year block, but they're the same era. So that would probably make the most sense, as opposed to Prodigy just like, oh, hello, what the heck is programmable matter? What's that doing? So I am so here for this because, like, think about the work that's being done with puppetry at the moment on Strange New Worlds. Like, you could easily, sorry, let me just rephrase that. I say easily, and a lot of people who work in puppetry just went, I beg your pardon? Sorry. It can be done with a lot of hard work and effort by the people who work on the puppets.
Just bash out a couple of puppets. Bob's your uncle.
Throw a wig on a Gorn. There you go. There's Delphia.
But as well, if you look at the cosplay that they did for Lower Decks, like, a lot of them suit their characters, and you could probably quite easily put that into real life.
I think so, yeah. Like, I would love if we could some way have just an episode, I don't know how, where you get live action Prodigy, live action Lower Decks, and I'm going to, let's say, Picard, right? I've just decided there'll be an episode of Picard where it's just everyone who's ever been in a Starfleet uniform is in this episode. Everyone's back using the magic of cinema. Everyone be back. But yeah, like, because there is the more human characters in Prodigy. Of course, you've got Janeway, we haven't met Chakotay yet, but there's and then you have the more fantastical. Like, it'd be interesting to see Murph done. Although anyone watching the Orville just said, we'll just do Yaphet, There you go, there's Murph. But yeah, I'd be very, very interested now to see what they do with that, how they do it, and how it will obviously tie in with the rest of Andros. I will say, if Dreadnought turns up in live action, I may hide behind the couch. He is scary.
Well, I mean, luckily for us, none of this is actually canon. So, am I right? Comments? Eh?
Oh, Tom, that was a brave thing to include in your first video. Don't worry though. Like, you know, everyone will be calm and collected, and there will be absolutely no. Right. While we lock Tom in a safe, padded, bolted room, which might have to happen now. I will say that is everything in terms of what's for news today. So to sum up, we have Lower Decks Season 3, August 25th. That will be airing Eaglemoss. So we wish them all the best. I'm not sure what news will come from this to see who else maybe picks up licenses. Obviously, they had the license since I think it was 2013 for Trek models. So we'll see. And look, as we get news, we'll let you know. And then finally, big news. So Prodigy Season 1, Part 2, which I'm assuming will drop when Lower Decks finishes. That will potentially feature another version of Janeway. And in the future, we might have a return of live action Janeway. Actually, in that same, I shouldn't be introducing more news in this segment, but in that same interview, Kate Mulgrew teased that she had been speaking to other former cast members as well, who are all very open to returning. So look, fingers crossed we get them all to be sitting there, old age makeup, they're all in their 90s, watching Harry Kim still not get promoted.
Yeah.
With that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching and for following along. You are all awesome. You are great. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tom, where can people find you online?
Yeah, so I'm on Twitter at Tom C. Finn. I also have a podcast called Creative Roots with TC Roberts Finn, which I've had Seán on and Marcus Bronzy. So check that out. And I'm on various other things, but those are the two main ones.
Excellent. Cool. Obviously, you can catch myself at Seán Ferrick on all the various. I'm on Insta, TikTok, Twitter, so I'm all over that. And of course, make sure that you follow at Trek Culture on Twitter as well, where you will be able to stay up to date with all the news as it comes in. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. I know there's no new episode this week, so I hope that this will satiate you for a while while we get ready for our new ups and downs, which will be coming out with Lower Decks as well. You're all wonderful. You're brilliant. Make sure that you live long and prosper. To our friends in Ukraine, stay safe. We love you. Sending you all of the strength. Just hope you're okay. Everyone, have a lovely weekend. Make it so.